Welcome, people. This is our first game of our Tuesday night locals. On behalf of Ethan, he asked me to do his voiceover, this voiceover for him. So, giving this another try. Ethan is the one on the right. He is playing Swordsoul, the one with the Phantom Knight or Phantom Nightmare Matt. He's playing against Gustavo. He plays Master Duel, so it's his. I guess like I would say maybe I'm personally seeing him maybe his third or fourth time ever showing up at our local. So he is kind of a new player, but he really hit the ground running. So he is playing Snake Eye, and Ethan is playing Sword Soul. With the new ban list that just came out, with Protos unbanned, obviously Nib gone, Borlo gone. It's kind of interesting to see what changes everybody is playing with now. So he summons Ash, which is met with an imperm, which most of the time now, I mean, the new play that you play with Snake Eyes is pretty, interesting. But Gustavo did have the bonfire to add either way. I mean, it would have been great to be able to resolve it anyway, but still a good plus. Looking at it again, Gustavo's, I've got to say, I've only seen him play this maybe one other time. So if he misplays or doesn't do anything, just please don't rip him apart or say anything rude or common. He's a good guy, good player, still learning the game, as we all are. And with the changes now that the ban list is created, like I said, I think he's played most of the time on Master Duel and such. So. And it's actually kind of interesting. This is my first time. I didn't get to see this game be played, so this is my first time viewing it myself. Kind of interesting to see what they do. I believe he's playing Pure Snake Eye. I don't know if he actually has the Fire Kings. I guess we'll find out later. But looking at it, just kind of seeing what board they're able to create now is kind of interesting to me. So seeing how everything else goes. And like taking a peek at his deck, I think this is still the pure version, so
Yep. Ouch. All right. So how much would that be?
and he is met with a Nibiru.
Oh wait. Can I? They're not quick effects. These guys to take out are not quick effects. Oh yeah, sure. All right, cool. So how much would that be? Enough for Nib.
Nonetheless, I'll put an attack.
Is that right?
Put it right there.
If you can, guys, don't shake the table. Shake the table.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he has much of a follow-up after that. So kind of looking at his hand, I believe he just has only hand traps in there right now. Nib, Ash, and a Popular, so we'll see what happens.
All right. I'm back.
What's up?
How did I fuck this up?
Oh, trust me, I don't even.
All right, I'll just go ahead and my
Draw. Anything can draw standby. Move to main.
Sounds good.
Yeah, looks like he's able to just pass turn. Ethan, which being on Sword Soul, which even though they lost to Barone, I mean, the fact that they can make that other level 10 synchro is just so good. The one that Yang, I believe his name is, which is anytime your opponent activates a spell or trap, burn them for 12. Anytime they special summon, burn them. And then banish, obviously, banish them. So without an Omni Negate, I mean, it still goes really good. And I have played Ethan already with the new updated list, which will be on during my game. The fact that he's able to just having the worm Protos being unbanned, which is kind of crazy.
Sync off. We'll go Shisha 1 Moyi 2.
Okay. There's a solar recharge.
Anything on reds?
No.
hope we don't lose the game in return. Alright, the classic Wang Yuan effect, discarding Taya.
To special or what?
Specials himself and the token.
Okay, yeah.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Here you see that he is. I mean, the fact that they can also just burn in time is so good. I believe this is Gustavo's first time playing against Swordsoul, so him not really knowing when to drop this nib or when the appropriate time to do it is. So, yep, I think he just shotguns it right away, which I think that would be a pretty fair time.
Looking at a lot
Now
of
the
attack,
question is
good amount of defense.
after it's dropped, is he gonna be able to get around it?
Design preference.
Because that is a pretty big token. And it is pretty smart. He puts it in the anima column, so he kind of knows what he's doing here. Triple tactics, which is always so still good.
Put top bar back in deck.
At the bottom of the deck? Or
I'm actually surprised that he wanted to look at the hand instead. Maybe he's got a little more follow up. I think I would have gone for the draw, but
You know where berries are? I also want your ultimate. But I can't afford that.
damn it. I needed that.
Oh, see if you get the Yu-Gi-Oh top deck.
I guess it is good knowing that
Good here?
all he has is an Ash. So
See if you hit it. We'll go set one and face pass to you.
Alright. Draw.
so Gustavo, let's see if he can. And he draws the same Ash. Unless he's playing some pretty good Link 2.
That is a card.
Because he's opting to banish.
So target a level 1. Player monster. Banish this card, then target one snake card in your graveyard.
I guess it would be Diabalster or Poster.
Diabalstar. Well, yeah. Okay, so banish this card from your graveyard, then target one snake card or Diabalstar monster in your graveyard. And add one level 1.
Trying to make sure he's not cheating. Just reading everything over.
That's good.
So, banish. I'll target that. I will add.
Oh, that's an I have no response, but that's fine.
It's add, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will add Snash. I will shuffle and then place Okimbo.
I'll just concede there. We'll move to game 2.
Alright.
And he scoops it up. So, moving on to game 2.
Okay, so yes, if that's okay. Does it bench itself for us? Bench is for okay. That's the judge.
No, I got Robin and Andrew. World's greatest criminal mind.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Alright.
Alright, best of luck.
Yeah, good luck. You want to go first? For a second?
I will first.
Sounds good. Sir, you are holding my side deck.
I wish I was my side deck. We'll draw standby.
So moving on to game 2, we'll see if Ethan is able to clutch this up.
We'll go activate desires.
And he starts with shotgunning the desires.
Any response?
Nope, you're good.
Anything on res? Those are cards. Effective special.
Okay.
Swordsoul Tenyi, I guess, would be more appropriate to say that's what he's running.
Normal mode. Effect revealing Shadana.
Okay.
Anything here?
Nope. Go ahead.
Alright. Take off. We'll go. She shall one more EQ.
What does Shishan do again?
Searches or banishes a Swordsoul. Swordsoul or Worm monster.
Go and come back.
I draw one.
Yeah. I pulled it side point.
I think the more appropriate time would have been to imperm the Moye on the normal summon, but again, Gustavo, I don't even know if Gustavo ever has played against Swordsoul or if he knows how it works, but good learning experience.
I will set one.
Wait, which effect are we activating? If the card is banned,
I will move to the end phase and cast you.
field and grade.
Okay.
So it has to be field and
Alright.
Draw.
Stand by me. Let's see. Okay. Activate bonfire.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ash.
Yeah.
Gustavo having the bonfire and bonfire not being touched by the ban list or almost anything really.
Go chain to she shall.
For Snake Eyes, except for
Negate,
Baron.
banishing a worm from your grave or hand for cost.
Okay.
It looks like he is going for the negate on the Snake Eyes Ash.
Alright, monster effect on board.
Once per turn.
Yes. It's basically imperfect.
It was not nice. Alright.
For
28.
big guy.
Yeah. And does that negate just stat effect or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do this one so we get this one affects me seven. Yeah.
Alright, I will send back
I think on two. We're gonna go gravity collapse.
What does that do?
It's a card.
Well, I haven't seen that trap in a minute. Gosh, is it Gravity Collapse? I believe that's what it's called. You control a synchro.
Alright,
Send
so-
she shall for cost.
Okay, and D-Bell goes over here.
Let me see if I can
Now
find
can't
it.
summon.
When your opponent would summon a monster, send one face-up synchro monster to the graveyard. Negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. and your opponent cannot summon a monster until the end of this turn. So it kind of locks him from summoning with the tribute of his own synchro, which is pretty darn good. Because typically, I mean, in Snake Eyes, not being able to do another summon is kind of death.
And oh, I can't summon. That's this guy.
I mean, looking at even just having a couple of those would be just be good. I mean, it is going to be. It's seeming that the way Yu-Gi-Oh direction is going is becoming synchro heavy a little bit more.
Some defense, right? Alright, this one. Enter battle. And swing for 800. Oh, it's in defense, right?
It's in defense.
My bad.
You're good.
Right card. I guess I'll take the damage since I did it.
Sure.
I'm gonna take this 15. I'm gonna take damage. Awesome. Alright, main 2. And no, not turn.
Go to draw.
Yep.
You can stand back or draw. Alright, we'll move to main.
Okay.
Alright. We will go. Week off.
That monk.
We got
I would have, but
normal time.
Okay.
High effect, banishing one.
Alright, looks like he normal summons Taya.
Water
Activates its effect, and I believe he's met with an imperm. Gustavo sets, which is a pretty good hit, but looking into it, I mean, just the following up with Tenyi stuff is also just very, very annoying. So much gas.
A little bad, but I think we're going to go
Okay.
Shaman.
Yep, looks like he's able to make Shaman with that.
Not forget it.
We're going to do the funny. I'm going to do this on paper in a long time. Summon Protos.
Okay.
Ooh, and there's his boss monster that he is so proud of. The card that came off the ban list, which is just ridiculous. Classic Proto. So, just a free body just by banishing up with his 3 monsters. Oh god, it's been so long.
I have not.
You should. Yeah.
Must be by banishing 3 monsters with different attributes from your graveyard and or face up on the field. Just the fact that that's a free body on board just from having 3. I mean, considering Swordsoul plays so many different attributes, just being able to summon that.
Battle. Swing 3K.
Yep.
Main 2. Knocks it over.
Alright, do you mind if I read it again? That was a lot.
It is.
Until the end of the next turn. So until my
And then pairing that with the Shaman, sending the Shaman. I mean, the Shaman being a fire, is just such a good line. Locks him out of the fires, which I think should probably be wrapping that up, considering he can't summon fires for the rest of the turn. So locking both players out of the element that neither player can summon.
Yeah. Well, in my turn.
And with Snake Eyes being on fire, he just has to pass, which is fair. Konami, please ban. It's just ridiculous.
Attempt to swing Oh man, I did the math wrong last when I tried. Oh my god, I forgot he's not 3K. He's not a beater.
I did talk to Ethan, and again, the reason he wanted me to do these voiceovers is, or not wanted me to, but asked me to, is he's very proud is that I think he claims that he summons Protos almost at least every match, I wouldn't say every game. So the fact that it's a worm that's searchable in this deck. But yeah, I believe he's able to summon it at least once every match. So here he is gearing up.
Damn.
And then effective burn for 12.
And yeah. Alright.
And he scoops it up. Going to game 3.
Yeah, they sure did unband this.
Protos is just too strong.
Good game, good game.
Jeez. Still got game 3.
Yes.
It is pretty gnarly out there. And we do have the dork rats. We do need it here.
No, the queen take 4 off backboard.
That's cool, but it doesn't take the fact that my friend finally got fucking annihilated.
How'd it go?
I'll activate my friend. Nope. 500 pounds. Yes, I do.
Why, I dealt with her. I hope everybody closed their windows.
No, my windows are up. Well, the inside of my car's getting out. I'll reveal too delicious in the store. No rules, it's not. Maybe that's
I don't think I really have the size.
That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That's none of them. Yeah, now I feel like I just can't. Bro, I just need to fucking print off like D3 plus 3. It'd be like, don't worry, I got a D3. My little guy up there, top 3. Can I negate this thing? I look at the top 3, like, there's a pearly Let's see here. Well, I got one right away. I don't think I'm gonna get lucky twice. Oh, it was close. They're also ultimate rares. 10,000. That's pretty new.
Game 2?
Game 3.
It did gravity collapse into Protos.
You actually have Protos in there?
What? Why else are you playing this shit?
What are you playing?
What do you think plays Protos?
Nemesis? What do you say? Oh, okay.
How fortunate that was my bottom card.
Oh, because it's worm.
It is a worm. It is searchable.
Alright. I'll go first.
It's good.
And now we're on to game 3 after siding out. Let's see if Gustavo's able to make something happen here.
Alright.
I mean, he knows Ethan's playing a lot of hand traps, maining nibs, maining ashes. I mean, Ash is just so king right now, so we'll see if Gustavo can, if he's worried about anything. So he activates Bonfire. He is met with the Ash. But with follow-up, he activates the on talents.
Well, you gotta decide which one.
Is he going to draw? Look at his hand. Is he worried about hand traps? He hasn't normaled yet. No, he's going for the draw.
Alright. Normal Ash.
Pretty good.
Ash effect.
Does he have it in perm? He does not. I think he may be worried about a nib, so maybe he can
Pauper effect.
play around enough where he doesn't summon 5 times or he stops. Nib is just so good now. Now that there's no Omni negates before the 5th. I mean, you can still potentially make a monster negate before the 5th, I believe I was having a conversation with my buddy about that. Like, now that there's no Omni negates, what do you? It's like, well, you can still make monster negates or spell and trap, but it's kind of tough to just get an Omni negate on board. Let's see if Ethan has the nib if he continues on.
Go original. Send in Popper and special something. Sounds good. Where is he?
Happy memory.
Like effect.
What does it do again?
Target all level 1 fire. Level 1 fire monster that is banished from the graveyard and either added to the hand or special.
Good.
Popper.
Oh, and then you forgot to move simple to good. But Poplar is good. Or effect to summon Poplar is good.
He was met with a nib here before, and he's got it again. All right. Oofda. Same. Have to make sure this isn't game one. Same spot too, right on the Oak Summon.
All right, so he is how much? 8.
All right, let's see if he has a follow up. I think with the follow-up that he had, I think I would have probably wanted to take a peek at the hand and maybe pitch to get rid of that nib, but I don't think he could have. Well, yeah, it depends. I guess he did draw. He probably drew something that he needed, but it's always tough with triple tactics to either take a look at your opponent's hand or just get the free plus. And I mean, most of the time you're going to get the free plus unless you can just extend without having to worry about it. I think that's about all he can do, so I think he just kind of passes here, and I guess we'll see if Ethan had enough to follow up with.
Let's see what we have here.
I think he's trying to see if maybe he can end on a better board more than what he has.
Okay,
but
I think I will just go ahead.
I think he just kind of passes it over, and all right, let's see if what Ethan has here. So
special Ecclesia because you have more monsters than I do.
Yeah.
Ecclesia attributing for cost to special.
God, that card is always the best too. Such a good card.
Sounds good.
Special. So Moye. We'll go Moye revealing Ashina.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's able to do enough with that Moye now. He's able to, synchro. And maybe Gustavo might have a little bit. Maybe he'll have a little bit of a chance here. Gets the draw and the search.
Alright.
We'll go normal Taya. Okay. Taya effect banishing Moye to make a token.
Okay.
Anything here? We are at 5.
No.
Alright.
Go crazy.
And with that go crazy, I think that obviously kind of tells Ethan, yeah, I don't have anything. You can keep going.
Boxia 1, you know what Boxia
Ooh,
is?
and Boxia
Boxia says it
bounces
to
for
shuffle one into deck
each
for
material
upkeep for the
used,
super
so
summon.
he's able to just
And then
bounce
the tokens
his
that the Swordsoul's make are water. And Taya's win.
only
So I
line of
get
defense
2
back,
spin
and he
backs.
already knows what's
I will
set,
spin
so
back
I don't think he has to
the
worry about
Valster
anything.
in
And
the
I
back row.
think
Target at
that
least.
should
And chaining to
just
Taya.
be
Taya can
game.
dump a Worm Monster to the grave.
Sounds good. I got nothing.
Alright.
So what do you want me to do? These two?
Yes.
Go back into the.
Into the.
So even if you're out of you,
Then I'll dump Aura. We'll go back to Long Yuan. I guess I never clarified. He banishes a worm monster from hand to summon,
Okay.
and send his Protos.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely has more than enough to continue his extension, so he's able to just make Long Young.
There.
And to add insult to injury, he's just going to burn him, I'm assuming, as well.
Sinister. And then chaining from Long Yuan to break for 12.
Okay.
And then we will attempt to go to battle.
Is that game?
I think Gustavo realizes here, yeah, I don't think I can do anything to get around any of that. Yep, reveals he draws, had both triple tactics. So, I mean, I love triple tactics.
No, there's no.
Not sure if I
no
definitely
winning
want to
there.
run two of them, though.
Sometimes
But he shows he had triple, just a whole format of triple tactics. And that's game.
The odds.
Thanks for watching, guys.
I always run like 1, maybe 2 talents ever. And then you just run thrust in its place. And you just always run the thrust targets.
Makes sense, yeah.
I was joking with Caleb the other day after grinding so much Master Duel that I'm going to always deck build for best of 1. So I just put the going first and second in to the main deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to play.
Dayton is also a Master Duel player.
You've seen the way I play.
Oh, you're not ready for this list I put
You look through
together.
my list and you know why you're playing first and second cards. Always ready.
Oh, you should see my cross out targets. You can tell I'm a Master Duel player from all my 1s and 2s. Yep.
Have you seen my?
Make sure you don't edit out the part at the beginning where I